Everyone's excited for Pirates of the Caribbean 5, right? Right? Actually, I'm not one to talk. I've only seen the first 2 movies, but I did get the 4-movie collection for Christmas. Holy crap, Christmas was like a month and a half ago. Time flies. Anyway, I figured reviewing the Pirates of the Caribbean movies would be fun, especially the first one, because dang, the first movie is actually really good. Today, I'll be looking back on Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. This movie was released in 2003 and is based on the Disney theme park ride of the same name. It became the base of a very financially oh my gosh, what? It became the base of a very financially successful franchise. It became the base of a very financially successful franchise okay. It became the base of a very financially successful movie franchise. It became the base of a very financially successful movie franchise, even if the sequels weren't received nearly as well as the first one. Yes. It stars Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. Now let's get to the good stuff. What do I like about this movie? Everything. This movie is just so fun. I really like Orlando Bloom as Will Turner. He's just an easy character to root for. Jack Sparrow is just all around awesome. I love the introduction to his character. I love his awesome escapes. And I love it when he and Will duel. It reminds me a lot of The Princess Bride with lots of the banter and the humorous things happening in the duel while it also being a serious and well-thought duel. Jack Sparrow is just great. I also really like the soundtrack to this movie. It's just very cool. When I was writing this, I tried to come up with another word for it, but the best thing I could come up with was just, it's a cool soundtrack. This movie also finishes well. It has a very good climax, and the final battles are sometimes very humorous, but they don't lose any of the stakes established in the rest of the movie. It feels natural for what the movie is. I also love the silverware cannons earlier in the movie. That's probably my favorite moment in the movie. And dang, this movie, like, I didn't realize this until I watched it again, but it's super quotable. But why is the rum gone? Captain Jack Sparrow. Savvy? You look familiar. Have I threatened you before? I do a terrible Jack Sparrow impression, but these are just great quotes. If you can't tell, I really enjoyed this movie. It's just good and fun. Plus, it's got good characters, it develops them well, and yeah, it's just good. Is it perfect? No. There are some problems and nitpicks I can find. First of all, collecting specific gold pieces that are spread out from being used as currency would take a really, really long time. And from the way that the timeline works and how long Jack Sparrow's been off that island, Barbossa and his crew did it very, very shortly. Also, when the crew of the Pearl was trying to find the final gold piece that was with Keira Knightley, I don't remember her character's name, but I remember the actress's name. When they were storming the city, earlier that day there had been a crap ton of redcoats and British soldiers and stuff, but there were none to be found fighting these pirates as they were trying to invade the city. Also, the underwater boat escape with Will Turner and Jack Sparrow may be cool, but it would never actually work. The boat would just float to the top because of the air in it. The CG in this movie, especially with the skeletons in that one sequence, if you've seen the movie recently, you know what sequence I'm talking about, doesn't always look that great. I mean, it is 2003, so CG wasn't all the way there yet, but still, it looks pretty dated now. And finally, the most nitpicky of all nitpicks, Jack Sparrow's guyliner changes between scenes, sometimes even shots. You'll have it on one shot and then a couple minutes later it'll be gone. But just the fact that most of the problems I have with this movie are nitpicks is a good sign. Either way, I really enjoy Black Pearl, and I hope I can say the same about the rest of these movies. However, from what I've heard, that's unlikely. But I did get all the movies for Christmas, so expect more Pirates of the Caribbean reviews in the future, similar to what I'm doing with the Bourne movies. Anyway, that's all I've got for this week. Like, subscribe, comment, yada yada yada. Have a great week. See ya.